Moving on to 406, the tentative budget for the 2015-2016. It's been with us for a month.
Tim will be updating the budget with the June 30 actuals in August. You've had the budget with the May 30 actuals for about a month. The Board of Education needs to approve the tentative budget tonight so that it can be on public display for a minimum of 30 days. That being said, we still have time once we receive the June 30 actuals, and at the August meeting, if the board wants to make some changes, we can make those changes as long as we just keep the budget public and we acknowledge those changes in September when the board has to formally approve the budget.
So we
Tim,
do
do
it
we-
tonight, we have to put it on display legally, and we'll come back with changes.
Correct.
A motion?
Resolved that the Board of Education, Township High School District 208, Cook County, Illinois hereby approves and adopts the budget containing estimates of amounts available in each fund as a tentative budget for said school district for the fiscal year 2015-2016. And be it further resolved that this tentative budget, following adoption by this Board of Education, shall be made conveniently available to the public for inspection for at least 30 days prior to final adoption thereof at the September 8, 2015 board meeting.
Second.
Second.
Mr. Walsh. Any further discussion?
I have three comments. One is I asked Kevin and Tim today, I know we looked at it before, but I think it becomes a lot more useful when we see the actual numbers for last year to compare it. If they'd be willing to send it out earlier than the 3 days before the next meeting, so we have more time to look at it. If possible, it'd be helpful to get that analysis you're going to do on the end of year expenditures and revenues, because that'll be some of the items to look at for here. And the third comment I had is, you know, we budgeted 98% of real estate tax collections last year, and at least on the educational fund on 10, we only collected about 96%, 96, 97. So 96% of 97% is 95%. So I have a concern that whether we think last year was an abnormal, that our collections were low for some reason, because we don't ever really get much color on that, or if not, if we think that's for some reason becoming the norm, whether we're 2% higher than we should be on our tax collections in the budget, because that would have a big impact on whether we're going to be deficit spending at the end of the year.
I think one of the changes that I made in this budget from last month was that I had received the actual tax extensions from Cook County, including the new property. That's something we hadn't had before.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons that we were able to go from a deficit on the budget that we presented last month to the $50,000 surplus for this month. So these numbers, should be much more accurate.
But
Because
this
we
would
have the
still
actual
be,
extension.
even if you had that, there were some new last year too.
Mhm.
So this is still projecting a higher collection rate than was the actual collection rate for this current school year.
Yeah,
By
what I'm-
almost 2%.
Yeah. I'm factoring in there that 3% loss, figure that we put in.
Okay.
But I understand what you're saying.
Look at it and see what we think in August. Any further discussion on either side? Okay, we'll go to vote to approve the tentative budget.
Mr. Richard?
Yes.
Costa?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Cindy?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.